Hi guys, I'm here again with another layout. This one is called Family and Movie Night, and it's just a picture that I decided to scrapbook because I printed it and I didn't want it laying around anymore. I actually did this layout inspired by a layout that I saw on Pinterest. I have it pinned on my board called Papercraft, and my Pinterest is under my name, Daisy Niemeyer, if you guys want to check it out or follow me. The layout that I used is called, actually, I don't think it had a title, but it is made by Harbor Gal, and it's on the studiocalico.com website. And here I'm just showing you the materials that I'm going to be using. I did use the Family Fun Paper Stack by American Crafts. Oh, there's the layout that I'm trying to show you on the phone. And I didn't follow the layout exactly, but it was inspired by it, so I figured I'd give credit where credit is due. I used the Family Fun Paper Stack by American Crafts. I'm not sure if I finished saying that or not. And I used, I think I also showed you the embellishment pack that I used from, or the Project Life pack, mini pack that I used from Heidi Swap. I think it's all the, what is it called? I'm trying to find it on the, I can't find it, but it is one of the mini Project Life kits that they sell, and it's the one by Heidi Swap, and I think I have the name to it. I just have to find the oh, here it is. I might favorite things, I think it's called. Anyway, I'm putting together this. I used some of the there's a cutout section. There's a cutout page in the American Crafts paper stack, and so I cut a few of the elements that pertain to this paper. And I'm using the Ground Espresso Distress Ink by Tim Holtz to ink the edges of all my papers. I used that tissue paper. Orion, he's got a marker of yours, honey. I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep an eye on my kids and also narrate this video. So I started inking up the edge, and I figured it needed a little bit more texture because it was looking pretty flat to me. So I grabbed this EK Success Punch. It looks like you ripped out a notebook page out of a book, and I did that on one end. I also tried to use the strip of tickets down the side with it, but then I realized that it was, I guess, either competing too much or it was getting lost to that other pattern paper with the stars and that clicker from the movies. I used the clear transparency because of the whole clicker, the movie clicker. And here I am just inking the edges of the big 12 by 12. It's going to be the bottom of my, or the whole, how do you say that? I can't talk English today. Where I'll be laying down my whole, this will be the bottom page of, or the base for my layout. Thank you very much. Everybody's yelling like, it's the base, it's the base. So I'm here trying to rough up the edges, and I'm putting down the paper and creating layers with the tissue paper. I just needed something to break up all the colors. They seemed kind of muted, but they seemed kind of bright at the same time, and so I needed a little bit of like white space in between the picture and the busy. Why can I cannot speak today? I can't speak today. I was just writing down the date because I want to stamp it down somewhere. You don't see the date here, and even in the finished product, I do that as later on that I find out that I didn't even date my picture, or the date the picture was taken. This was taken like 3 years ago. I use that clear transparency that's on the bottom right hand corner. That's from the Favorite Things by Heidi Swap Mini Project Life Kit. And I used it because it looks like that movie clicker, the one that they do the take one, take two, whatever. And then I decided to elongate that tag, and it's got like popcorn down at the bottom, so I didn't want to lose that. When I was inking it, I don't know if you saw my hands freak out right there, by Olaf's Nose, when I turned over the paper to put the adhesive on it on the back, I turned it over on my photograph and I inked my photograph. So I always tend to be kind of a messy scrapper. So I always try and work upon that and try to get my, I don't want my layouts to look meticulous because it's not the type of person I am, but at the same time I don't want like marks on photographs. So I'm still trying to work on that. I added some twine that I got at, I believe it was the Michael's Dollar Spot or even the Target Dollar Spot at one point or another. And I wanted something to go under that movie star because the yellow border was bothering me with the yellow background paper. And so, nothing, honey. And so I just decided that I'm going to use the tickets instead of trying to use them for a border. I would try to put them under the movie star paper to kind of break up the yellow and yellow. So I use a few others to kind of highlight the left-hand side of the page where I want to bring attention to the movie night tag, and then also put the ampersand that I pulled out also from that Project Mini Life Kit. I also use this black circle and it says press pause, and I thought it would be kind of fitting with the movie theme. And I mean, you press pause on movies, but not in a movie theater, but you know what I mean. You catch my drift. Or what I was trying to just imply, I guess. I don't know. I used the movie tickets underneath that movie star square, and I decided to make the transparency a pocket for my journaling since I didn't want it to show, because it didn't show on the original layout, and I was still kind of trying to loosely base it on that scrapbook page. Let's see here. If you hear my kids in the background, I have them here with me, and they're playing. I have a loft for a craft room, and so they get to share this area with me, or I with them. Anyway, I put the tickets right there to kind of call attention to the ampersand, because I want to title it Family and Movie Night, which isn't really obvious, I think. So, but I mean, it's just, I guess it could be understood, or I just wanted it to look sort of like it said that. But if it really isn't implied, then that's fine. Well, don't let him push you off, honey. Sit down, Rowan. You're gonna fall. Sit down. Have him sit down, babe. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, I'm coming close to the end of my scrapbook page here. It was really simple and it was really easy because I had something that I was inspired by and I didn't want to think about it too much. I added these arrows that are also from that Heidi Swapp collection. I just thought that the colors weren't exact, but they were close enough. And that little red envelope, polka dot envelope, was from that DIY shop, mason jar embellishments from American Crafts. I got these on clearance for $4.50 at probably Marshall's a while back. And so I'm almost done with some of, it comes with 16 pieces and I'm down to like 6 maybe. I don't know. So I use the note card also to write my journaling. I use that sticker and I cut it in half and I bring that to the front of the envelope and it says all together. I use a little black arrow that I got from a mini sticker set that came in a mini journal or a mini album set from Heidi Swapp. And I use the other end under the ampersand to kind of anchor that down. I start my journaling, and in my journaling it says, I can't really remember what movie we went to watch, but I remember it was A Snow Day for You, meaning my son, and so Dad took us to see a movie. We have such a great time together. It doesn't matter where we are or what we are doing. I love you both. Loves, Mom. So that's what I wrote. And the one thing that I need to write down is when I showed the layout to my son, he said, on the bottom right-hand corner of the picture, I don't know if you can see, he's holding his stuffed animal, and it's his monkey. He's had that since he was 2, and he's been carrying that around everywhere until he started leaving it in places. And we would get so anxious by him leaving it, and we thought he would be so distraught if he ever lost it. So he stopped going on outings with us and started staying at home. And so that's what he noticed. He's like, that's one of the times when I was still able to take Monkey with me. So I'm going to write that down somewhere, perhaps in the back of the layout, or maybe add it to the back of the envelope where he can see. And I'm adding little mini stars here that I want to finish up. These are from a sticker set that I bought while I was living in Korea, like almost 6 years ago, or even more, 10 maybe like 10 years ago. And I still have them. So I tried to use them kind of like enamel dots, but they're little stars and they're glittery and they have like a little stripe pattern. And I even used some that aren't the colors that are pertaining to, but they're small enough that you really can't tell anyway. So I used some of those up. And then I also used some black enamel dots that are from, let's see here. Let's see here. Oh, I'm so sorry. Teresa Collins. I use Teresa Collins enamel dots. I also spray some Heidi Swapp Color Shine spray in Black Velvet from the top left corner down to the bottom right. And I covered up the picture just so I wouldn't get more ink on there. I already talked about the polka dot. I use the details. Oh, goodness, I'm out of time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.